You picked an AI skill off a list, you learned it, and it still hasn't paid you. That's not you being slow. There's one skill here almost nobody has put a hand up for. It's number 1, and it pays less than the skill at number 10. Every ranking you've seen sorts AI skills by what they pay. Wrong number. Posted prompt engineering jobs run as high as $87.98 an hour and as low as $10.10. And a posting at $10.10 only exists because somebody takes it. So I ranked 10 by saturation, not money. Number 10, prompt engineering. Here's the rule I used, and then I'll shut up about it. For every lane I ask the same question. How many people are already standing in it? Some leave a sign-up count. Some leave a price that only falls that far when too many people show up. 2 leave nothing at all, which turned out to be the most useful answer here. Call it the hands-up number. So, prompt engineering, which is getting ChatGPT or Claude to give you what you actually wanted. Coursera runs 14 enrollments a minute across its AI catalog and calls generative AI the most in-demand skill in its history. 2 a minute in 2023, 6 in 2024, 14 now. 7 million people a year starting a course like the one you keep meaning to start. And then you look at the pay. Posted prompt engineer jobs average $47.09 an hour, which sounds fine right up until you see the spread. Top of it, $87.98, and the bottom of it, $10.10. Why is the floor that low? Supply. Now, the skill is not dead, and honestly, most people telling you it is have something to sell you. The standalone title dropped about 30%, while roles asking for prompting grew roughly 3 times over. It didn't die, it got absorbed. And you can run this check yourself, on any lane, in 5 minutes. Search the skill plus the word course, and read the enrollment count. Search a freelance site, and count who's already selling it on page 1. So learn prompting. Just don't try to sell it on its own. Number 9. AI content writing. Prompt engineering is crowded, and this one is crowded and still filling up because writing already had a crowd before AI ever showed up. Then ChatGPT landed on top of it. In the 8 months after it shipped, writing postings fell about 30% against the hands-on work AI can't touch. Steepest relative drop of anything measured. That's a 2023 reading, the cleanest anybody has run, so treat it as the shape of the lane. And the shape hasn't improved, because everybody who downloaded a chatbot decided they were a writer too. So how bad is it? Ask a few hundred freelance content writers. 50.6% of them earn under 10 cents a word, while the top 3% get past 20 cents. Half the market is under a dime a word, and a dime a word is a 2,000-word article for $200. That's the top of that half. The writers who are fine own a subject, not a tool. Number 8. Image and logo generation. You open a phone app tonight, type 9 words about your new bakery, wait 11 seconds, get 4 logos back, and pick the third one. That was the job, and that was somebody's whole invoice. In that same 2023 window, image creation postings fell about 17% on the same relative measure. And then the strange part, the bottom of design got vaporized and the top of it held. Brand designers are quoted at $75 to $200 an hour and up for full identity work. A different job from the one that collapsed, and the only part I'd point you at. Because a logo is not a brand. A brand is the color rules, the type hierarchy, the thing that tells somebody on your team what to do at 6 p.m. on a Friday when you're not there. Nano Banana hands you an image. It won't hand you a system. So the generic image work is packed solid. The brand system side, honestly, is still pretty quiet. Quick thing before number 7. Every number in this video is public and free, and the ones I use most are in a short list on our site. Links below, and it'll save you a month of learning the wrong lane. Number 7. Faceless AI video. On July 16th this year, YouTube added a sentence to a policy document almost nobody read, and it deleted a business model. It's called inauthentic content, building since July 2025. The clarification spells out what doesn't get monetized, repetitive material that's easy to make with AI, CGI, or templates, with little variation. Then it names AI personas talking about finance, healthcare, legal, and medical topics, which covers the 2 biggest faceless playbooks anybody sells a course about, the templated volume play and the AI face reading you finance tips. And the price floor is worse than the policy. A render out of something like Veo costs $1 to $4. That's compute, not the finished job, but a human UGC creator charges $150 to $500 for that slot, and the AI version undercuts it every time. You can't build a wage on top of a $4 unit cost. Somebody will always do it for $3. What still pays there is knowing which 4 seconds a brand will actually run. Number 6. Selling AI courses. You've heard the line, right? The only person making money from AI is the guy telling you how to make money from AI. You might be thinking it right now. About this. Fair enough, so let's rank it. The AI slice of the online course market is about $7.57 billion, so the money is not the question. Udemy alone carries around 210,000 courses. That's the whole catalog, guitar and Excel included, and AI is the fastest growing thing in it. Before you count school, before you count the $47 PDF in a Telegram group. Completion rates sit between 12 and 15%. That's online courses generally, and there's no reason AI ones beat the average. So the standard outcome is a person who paid and never finished. The money is real, the result mostly isn't. And this is where the list turns. Everything from here down is a lane where the hands-up number starts falling, and not because the work is harder, because it's less fun to post about. Teaching the work is crowded. Doing it, honestly, still isn't. Number 5. Chatbot building. Here's the thing about this one. It's simple. Most of the big SaaS products your client already pays for ship some kind of chatbot now, and a lot of them included in the tier the client is already on. So when you turn up offering to build one, you're not competing with other freelancers. You're competing with a checkbox in software they've already bought. The whole builder space is commoditized, which is a long word for they're all the same, and the rate shows exactly where that lands. Of 11,500 Upwork postings in one 30-day window, about 4,000 were AI work, and across that segment, the median was $30 an hour. And the bottom quarter? $19. $19 an hour. On the platform, for the thing that was supposed to be the future. The one version that still works is narrow. One business, their own documents, priced on tickets it kills instead of hours you bill. Everything else is a checkbox with extra steps. Number 4. AI voice agents. So a support team gets buried over the holidays. Calls stack up, somebody senior says fix it, and the company goes shopping. That company was Amazon Ring, and it evaluated more than 40 AI voice vendors before picking one. 40 of them for one job. And the demand is not in question. The winner of that bake-off, Vappy, has processed over 1 billion calls. Here's the number that puts it at 4. That one platform has more than 1 million developers signed up. Now, that's accounts, not businesses actually selling this, and most of them never shipped a thing, which is what a crowded lane looks like from the inside. 1 million people already clicked the button you were going to click. The money's there, and managed voice services sell at a $500 to $3,000 setup plus $300 to $1,500 a month. And the costs nobody puts in the quote, right. Running it lands at $400 to $1,200 once voice minutes and overages arrive. So charge $300, spend $400, and you're paying them to be your client. So it's a good lane. It's just got a long queue in front of it, and if you walk in there without a niche, you're number 1,000,001. Number 3. AI automation and agent building. I'm going to contradict half the internet here. N8N is the tool everybody points at. It's genuinely great, and it's free if you self-host it, which is the problem. The repository is sitting at over 200,000 GitHub stars and 60,000 forks. 60,000 accounts didn't just star it, they copied it. Plenty are dead, but that's the size of the room that opened the door. Is the paid work real? Completely. And that same Upwork window carried 1,790 AI automation postings and 621 for agent development, and inside Microsoft 365, active agents grew 15 times over in a year. Freelance N8N specialists bill $40 to $100 an hour, senior end $125 to $250, and next. So, the verdict on it. This lane pays better than most of what's below it, and it is still crowded. Saturation and money are two different rankings. They disagree right here, and I'm not going to pretend they don't. So it's a great skill. I just don't think you want to be the 400th person in somebody's inbox offering it. Number 2. AI security and red teaming. And from here the number flips over, so stay with me. For the last two there's no crowd to count, so I'm counting the whole instead. Bigger number now means emptier, not fuller. In ISC2's 2025 study, 16,029 people who do security for a living got asked what they're short of, not what pays, what they can't find. The answer came back AI, at 41%, ahead of cloud at 36%. They said the gap had already cost them, in incidents, last year. You get paid to attack the AI a company just installed and write down every way you got it to misbehave. And it's less exotic than it sounds. A business wires ChatGPT or Claude into its own customer data, and your job is to talk it into saying something it shouldn't. Leak the pricing, quote a refund policy that doesn't exist, hand over another customer's order. You're not breaking the model. You're finding the sentence that makes it forget its instructions and writing the report nobody in that building can write. Listed rates run $59 to $84 an hour. And when Microsoft asked leaders in 2025 which AI roles they were hiring for, security specialists made the list by name. Prompt engineer didn't appear on it at all. That's not a gap in the market, that's a hole. Number 1. I output Ka. The bottom of the count, which on this list means the top of the opportunity. AI output QA and evaluation. You get paid to check whether the AI a business already bought is actually right. I mean, they're paying for that Copilot license every month, and nobody in the building owns the question of whether the answers are true. Ask people who use AI all day what matters now, and half of them name the same thing: quality control of the output. Top answer, just ahead of critical thinking at 46%. And 86% said they treat what the AI hands them as a starting point rather than an answer, which is a polite way of saying nobody trusts it and everybody ships it anyway. And here's why it's at number 1. For most of these lanes I could go and find a number. Enrollments a minute, repository stars, a million signups. Here there was nothing to count, and I'll be straight with you, that makes it a judgment call, not a measurement. It's the one lane where I went looking for the crowd and came back with an empty page. And now the number you'll want to argue with me about. As a job, it averages $65,471 a year. Call it $31.50 an hour on a normal 2,080-hour year. Number 10's average was $47.09. Same source, same kind of number. So the emptiest lane pays about a third less than the most crowded one. And that's the whole point. Number 10's floor is $10.10, and that's what most of that crowd is actually looking at. A rate you never get to charge is a rate that pays zero. You don't need code for this, and mostly, you don't need to be in the buyer's country, though regulated data is its own conversation. Ask a business for 20 real answers their AI gave out last month. Mark each one right, wrong, or needs a human. Write one line on why. That page is the job, and almost nobody is selling it. So look at what separated the top of this list from the bottom. It was never talent, and it was never the tool. Most of the skills down here got found before they were interesting. Everything up top, people found on a list, a lot like this one. You were never late, you were just in the lane everybody could already see, and you called that being behind. Pick a lane where a buyer can see you, then stay in it past the week the crowd gets bored. That week is the whole competition. Out of these 10, tell me the one I got wrong, and give me your number for it, and I'll take the argument. The free list of numbers I used is on the site, link below. Go where the hands aren't.